On this morning's show, we are going to talk to Ms. Moorbacher about the special guest here at Woodson,
We have Spence's video on the history of the Guinness World Record books,
an updated FanQuest announcement,
and how to get involved as a student rep from Move for Mental Health.
We'd like to start our show today with the first in our new teacher series, and it just so happens that our special guest on the show is also a new teacher, Ms. Moorbacher. Let's take a look at your new teacher video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mrs. Moorbacher. I am a new senior government teacher at Woodson. I have been at the school since this past October. So, what is something fascinating that I remember about high school? Well, in high school, I was a competitive cheerleader. And once when I was doing a back handspring in the carpeted gym of our school, I unfortunately landed a little short. And I hurt my nose, and all of this was completely raw and red. So I made for a nice Rudolph for the holidays.
We are so glad to have you, and that story is hilarious, Ms. Moorbacher. You are here today because Woodson has been hosting some political guests to speak to our government classes and any students interested. Who have we seen in the auditorium so far, and who is here today at Woodson?
Okay, so back in February, we had former Congressman Tom Davis come in. He represented our 11th Congressional District here in Northern Virginia in the early 2000s. And just on Tuesday, we had our current Congressman Jerry Conley come in, who currently represents us in Congress. And today, we have our current Virginia House Delegate David Bulova coming in.
Why is it important for students to attend these live speakers?
Well, as most of you all know, most of the seniors here at Woodson take Virginia and U.S. government. And it's an interesting course. And some of you guys have probably seen that we are in the midst of Model Congress. You've probably seen the seniors all dressed up in the hallways. Perhaps you've had to dress up yourself. And in addition, you've probably heard some of the buzz about Model Congress. Well, our speakers are intended to complement the Model Congress initiative to give students a deeper understanding of the legislative process and also give them inside perspective of what our government officials do to represent us, as well as ask any burning questions that they have about our government in general. And also we get to understand our elected officials on a personal note. I mean, who knew that Jerry Conley has had a talking parrot since the 1970s, who is known by world leaders and attends NATO meetings virtually?
You mentioned that today we have David Bulova, Virginia delegate. Which students are able to attend today, and how do they sign up?
Well, as I mentioned, the talks are meant to complement our Model Congress initiative, so definitely encourage all seniors to come out and support. However, if you are an underclassman who considers yourself politically engaged and perhaps has questions about, again, how our government works or what they're doing, I encourage you to connect with your learning seminar teacher and fill out the form and join us in the auditorium today at 10 o'clock.
Thank you so much for speaking with us, Moorbacher.
Thank you, ladies.
We hope to see several students today right after the show sign up on the form and check out the speaker in the auditorium.
You may not realize, but our reporter Spence is a history buff, an avid collector of books. But not just any books. These are the Guinness Book of World Records.
Have you ever heard the story of the Guinness Book of World Records? Seen the world's largest snowman, the world's longest bracelet, and people doing extremes like pawning a plane with their ears? Here's the history. It all started with Sir Hugh Beaver in 1951 in Ireland. He had an argument about which was the fastest game bird. He needed help, so he found help from the twins Norris and Ross McWhirter. The group decided that people needed a book to settle their arguments. In 1955, the Guinness Book of World Records was born. Now there are multiple books published per year, published in 100 countries and 23 languages. and there are over 53,000 world records in its database. There are even special editions available, such as the Gamers Edition. If you want to become famous, why not set a world record and get your name into the next Guinness Book? You could do something as simple as build a Mr. Potato Head faster than anyone else in the world.
Hey Jada, I think we can get into the world record books.
How?
Most bad jokes ever repeated on the show?
Oh, really? Well, let's keep our record going.
I was kidding.
Here we go. Why is March the most popular month to use a trampoline?
I really have no idea.
It's springtime.
As we all unfortunately heard, FanQuest was snowed out, but it got rescheduled.
Woot woot! And when is the date?
April 30th.
We are so excited. Third time's the charm, right?
It sure is.
It's also time for the iNova Spring Blood Drive. The blood drive takes place during the school day. You'll receive free snacks and a free t-shirt, all while helping save a life. It's on Friday, April 15th in Cab Hall. To sign up, you must be at least 16 years of age, 110 pounds, and have parental consent. If interested, please pick up a form from Ms. Fu in room F120 and return it back to her by April 14th. If you're not eligible, feel free to tell your parents, teachers, and friends about the blood drive, or you can donate snacks to F120. The Key Club team would like to thank you for your consideration. I've noticed lately that students seem to be very passionate about different social issues.
Oh, like Jack in his sunscreen speech during Model Congress. Did you hear about that?
Of course. I have to say, it is inspiring to see how students care about issues that impact them or others.
Didn't you tell me earlier that there's an opportunity for Woodson students to get involved in a walk coming up?
I did. Move for Mental Health is an upcoming walk on May 1st. FCPS and Our Minds Matter are partnering for this event. They are looking for 2 to 3 wellness representatives from each high school. Wellness reps will receive a swag bag, event promotion supplies, and up to 15 hours of community service.
How can someone apply to be a wellness rep for Woodson?
To apply, go to bit.ly/wellnessrep, and it will ask you to complete a short survey about why you may be a good candidate.
Apply by March 28th.
They are also looking for some student entertainment. If you or a group of people are interested in dancing, singing, reciting poetry, or another form of performing, DM our.minds.matter on Instagram or email m4mh@ourmindsmatter.org.
The Final Four is in. We have 4 outstanding chess players who have advanced in the Woodson March Madness chess tournament. Currently, the bracket on the left representing leadership, track, football, and baseball shows Thomas Guo will face off against Sam Lakin. Over in social studies, tennis, soccer, and crew, later we have James Nguyen taking on Finnegan Murphy. This semifinal match will take place on Tuesday, March 29th.
It all happens in Mr. Na's room, where you can see the full bracket with all the previous wins leading up to these exciting last 2 matches.
Jada, since we have no school Friday next week and Thursday is a half day, that means this is our last show before spring break. Crazy, right?
For real. So, to honor spring break right around the corner, we asked some of our fellow Cavs what their plan is for spring break. Check it out.
Doing a vacation. I'm going to Las Vegas over spring break.
First, before it starts, I'm going to be on the band trip. We're going to CNU for a clinic and then to Busch Gardens, and then after that, I believe it's going to be mostly a staycation, and we might visit Williamsburg, and I'm probably going to go on a college visit to James Madison.
Over spring break, I intend to do lots of binging, mainly Foundation on Apple TV, and lots of writing.
I'm going to go to Hilton Head, North Carolina. For spring break, I'm going to be doing college tours.
What are you doing this spring break?
I'm going to be living the life without having any school responsibilities. What are you doing?
Go to our Instagram at WTV Broadcasting and tell us what you're doing this spring break. Will it be a staycation or vacation for you?
We are ending the show with beautiful scenes from spring right here around the corner at Woodson. And
you'll hear the Woodson Select Vocal Ensemble singing Veniki. WTV will be back after spring break.
Have a beautiful break, Cavs.